to reach the shortlist is like, it's a really important thing, really. A memoir and history about slate climbing is not obviously interesting to most people. So the idea that like other people would hear about this and perhaps realise there might be something that they can get interested in is quite revolutionary. So really important, really thrilling. Yeah. I was doing a project where I was basically building heritage work, and it was kind of a little bit archaeological, but I had quite a few volunteers. I was running volunteers, and that led on to another project where they couldn't pay me to run the project, but they could pay me to write a report. And the person who said to me, who commissioned me to do that, he says, we can't pay you for the project management part of this, he says, but we can pay you to write the report. And don't worry if what you write is rubbish, because I'll sort it out for you. And he says, but at the end of this, you can call yourself a professional writer. And honestly, I was just like, yes, please, you know. So that was quite just totally accidental. You know, I've always loved reading books. I've always probably have wanted to be a writer, but I don't see how you can plan to do that. I don't really know where that comes from. So it was just accidents and luck, really. I joined the local climbing club, which is the no doubt internationally famous Norwich Climbing and Mountaineering Club, you know. But the first thing I did was I went away on a trip to North Wales to Llanberis, and I met these new people, and one of the guys sat around the table says, "Well, I'm going to spend all my week in the slate quarries climbing." I thought that doesn't sound very good, but I followed them in. And I started climbing, and I absolutely just went head over heels for it straight away, really. And as I was going, like my sort of close friends, like there was a guidebook called Ground Up, and this guidebook didn't just have the sort of names of the climbs. It had some of the history of the people there, a little bit of at least a nod to the history of the quarries as well. Very important for the local area. And I just said to one of my mates, just in conversation, I said, I wish someone would just write like a book that was just about the climbing and the quarries. And he just said, well, why don't you? Sort of thing. So I did, and away I went. 2 clips up, I get into a strenuous position, all my weight pulling sideways on the hold, strength fading, and my feet not quite high enough to reach the next hold, a square ledge. Last chance. I try and throw my hand up using the spring of my body to gain the extra centimetre I need. It works, but my feet cut loose, no longer supporting my weight, so sure enough, I fall. Becky already has the rope locked on her belay plate. My fall doesn't surprise her. I weigh more than she does, so I pull Becky right off her feet and up into the air, but she knows this is coming and jumps into the rock face, springing feet out, cushioning the blow with her legs. We balance out, both laughing. Thanks for the catch, Becky. Her feet are just off the ground and I'm hanging about 6 feet above. I reach down it with my hand and we high-five. Leah's grinning. He's taking photos of it all. After this fall, I've had enough. It's not working for me today. I'm not climbing well and I'm tired. Leah and Becky head off down some sketchy ladders, bolted to the rock face to find the road to Botany Bay. I'll meet them back at the hut. I'm going for a moody walk around the top levels of the quarries where few people go.